nice day to be out. A little bit of a chill in the air. It's not that bad, but I felt cold when I left the house. The venue went on. With the fine weather, and so that I can get on with the steps soon, I've gone down to hire a stump grinder to grind out that stump at the top of the block for where the fence has to go, the one that's where the top of the stairs are, and the one down on the driveway. Now, I've just been down to pick it up, and unfortunately the little trailer that they usually use with it went out with another small machine, and the only other small trailer they had, it did not fit on. First of all, they said, we can drop it off for you, we won't charge you because there was a mix up with the trailer. And then he said, and I can come up and pick it up on Monday. And I think, well, I won't be there to do that. I said, I can still drop it in Monday morning if it fits on a box trailer. And they said, oh yeah. I said, because I've got a box trailer at home, I just don't have ramps. So they threw a set of ramps in the back of the truck, no charge. They're going to drop it up at my place in about a half hour, 45 minutes, no charge. And then to bring it back, I'll use the ramps, throw it up onto the trailer, drop it off, and I'll just have to take the trailer into work with me, which is not a problem. So that's what my plan is for today. Grind out those 3 stumps. It's now 20 to 10, so I made a stop at the store and Bunnings as well, because I needed a longer drill bit to get through the stringers and the frame, to basically drive some giant pegs into the ground as well to hold everything still. It's meant to be fine today and tomorrow, and if I can get this top platform set in place as well, I may even be able to fill it with concrete this weekend and get that first top step done and ready. While I'm just waiting for that stump grinder to be delivered, I did get these in the mail from the guy who installed our black fence, and they are for in here to keep this pushed out against this side of the bracket, and that helps hold it up when it's swinging as well. So I'm going to try and get those installed, and hopefully I can do it without having to undo this, just to loosen these, slip it in. We'll see. Truck arrived with the stump grinder before we could get started on that gate, so I'm going to use the stump grinding stuff first, because I've got to practice on the top stump. That's the one that's on the level ground, so that's one I'll be practicing on, and then I can work on the other 2. Here we go. One stump gone. Takes a bit of work, but it's worth it. I'm just not sure whether I should have gone up to the powered one that sits on like a little dingo digger type thing. Dug down around this. If this frame needs to come straight through here and across, I need to try and grind this down as much as possible, especially along here and along here. Well, done with it. Got it back up onto my trailer with the help of their ramps. The easiest way I thought to do it would be to drive down here so I could roll it almost downhill. Now I've got to reverse the trailer out. I've just got to get this in the back here, so I'm going to undo both of these. I mainly need to get this bolt out, but that's got to slip into that space. Bracket on this side isn't going to move. I've got to loosen the bottom one too. So what this thing essentially does is it keeps the gate at the same distance away from the post the whole time. And it also stops you from over tightening this, because it can only go so tight so the gate's going to be allowed to move. Do the same thing down the bottom and the gate will be golden. Much better. And it'll always stay at the right height. Something a little different today. Decided to walk from the house, mainly because the trailer's hooked up to the truck and I didn't want to disconnect all that just to drive out to where we usually walk. Batman's first time going for a walk away from the house. Sam's done it before. Beautiful sunny day. No sunnies because I left them on the train on Wednesday. Lucky they weren't expensive. But anyway. Hey, Bat, it's your first time here, isn't it? Do you remember this place, Sam? Eh? So before I used to drive somewhere to walk the dogs where it was flat, because it's fairly hilly around here, I used to bring the dogs to this lookout as one of our walks. And I think the last time I actually came over here was during the fires of 2019, 2020, that summer, because the really big fires were out that way, and you'd come here to see the progress of them and how far they'd travelled and that sort of thing. So, but I hadn't been to this lookout for a while. These trees right on the edge of the lookout are obviously growing, so it'd actually be interesting to try and find an old photo I have from this and see how much the trees have grown in that time. Somebody's tried chiseling some stairs into this rock slope that was over there, because it used to be really slippery trying to get up and down. So they've chiseled in two steps, jackhammered. It's a pretty big step, but it's better than trying to jump up the slope, because it was pretty hairy at times. When it's but Batman, no barking. Stop. Batman, no barking. No barking. No. A few minutes ago, there was a guy who came down with what looked like a black Labrador, and when he saw us over here, he walked in the other direction. And there's obviously a walking trail around there, because he went across the ridge, and then Batman just heard them down in the gully, and they came up a track from down in the gully, and that's what set him off again. So maybe something to check out sometime. Up the step. Up the step. Come on. That's the way. Come on, Sam. Come on. You can do it. No, you can't. Yeah, like I said, big step. Sam was right going down it, just not up. So the helicopter is from our electricity group. I think apparently they're using like ground penetrating radar to map out all the power supply lines in this area, because I know like on the ridge opposite and in our area there's no visible power lines, everything's underground. I can't remember if it was an email or a text basically saying that they were going to be mapping out with helicopters, so don't be concerned if a helicopter is just floating around the area. Oh, damn it. Sam, come here. Good catch, Bat. Hey, Sam. Sam.